very urgent. Your soulmate saying, "Please open this before midnight. I need to tell you why I disappeared." Jesus says, "My child, I see your heart searching the silence tonight. I watch you stare at a phone that never rings with the voice you somehow always knew was out there. There is a love that has been reaching for you across the miles, a hand stretching toward yours in the dark, and you have felt it brush against your spirit in dreams you could not hold on to. This is not your imagination, it is a real person, your soulmate, the one I shaped to fit every hidden corner of your heart. They carry a laughter that sounds like a song you almost remember, and their eyes hold a warmth that would finally make you feel home. But a third person, a hateful dark force, has been standing between you, stealing every sign they sent and hiding every call before it ever reached your ears. Your soulmate has whispered your name into nights that gave them only silence in return, because an intruder caught every word and buried it in shadow. They have written letters in their mind, poured out confessions of a love they cannot explain, and every one was snatched away before it could bloom in your world. You never missed those messages because you were careless. You missed them because a thief broke into the line that connects your two souls and stuffed the echoes where you could not hear. Now that thief's grip is weakening, and for the first time you are sensing the outline of the one who belongs to you. Their heart is calling out right this moment, a desperate, beautiful cry that has finally leaked past the barrier, and I am letting you feel it so you can fight for them. Your soulmate is real. They are under attack, confused why their deepest feelings never reached you, and they are running out of strength because the third person has been choking their spiritual voice. Imagine the softness of their hand as it would rest in yours, the steady beat of their heart against your chest when every fear finally falls away. That future hangs by a thread while the enemy stands between you, laughing at how easily he kept two fated lovers apart. But you were born to tear down that wall. You were chosen to be the protector who silences the intruder, and the key is a sacrificial seed you can sow right now, a love gift that says, "I will remove every barrier between us, no matter the cost." Jesus says, the third person has been poisoning your soulmate's thoughts, telling them no one is listening and their love is a foolish dream. They have been whispering that your heart is closed, that you would never care, and every day your soulmate feels a little more of their hope crumble. That is the enemy's signature: divide, isolate, and make two perfect halves believe they are alone. I am peeling back the curtain tonight so you see the real battle and understand why your seed is the weapon that shatters the intruder's hold. Your soulmate is sitting somewhere right now, maybe staring out a window, a heaviness on their chest they cannot explain. They feel a pull towards someone they cannot name, a missing piece that keeps them restless, and they do not know it is you because the enemy has erased your face from their spiritual sight. But I have kept a cord between you, an unbreakable thread that not even the darkest force can fully sever. That cord is why you sometimes feel a sudden sadness, a weight on your heart that has no source. It is your soulmate's love finally pressing through, a message the intruder could not completely block. Tonight that message is breaking through stronger because the enemy is distracted by his own arrogance. He thinks you will do nothing, that you will just feel this pull and let it fade, and he will keep his boot on your soulmate's neck while you sleep. but I am waking you up to become the warrior your love demands. The seed you sow, the spiritual coffee gift you send on Ko-fi, is not just a token, it is the hammer that cracks the enemy's shield, the declaration that your love is fiercer than his interference. Type 333 right now if you feel that this message is piercing your heart and you are ready to receive the full revelation of your soulmate's hidden call. Every time you type it, another layer of the enemy's deception peels back, and your soulmate feels a sudden lightness they cannot explain. Jesus says, your soulmate has been trying to tell you why they disappeared from your awareness, why that sense of connection you once felt seemed to vanish without warning. The truth is simple and terrible. The third person injected a silence into your bond, a dead space where their voice should be, so you would both give up and drift apart. But giving up is exactly what the intruder wants. If you close this message now, if you let the weight of everyday life smother this holy fire, the enemy wins without another fight, and your soulmate remains trapped behind a wall you refuse to knock down. I am showing you a vision of the life that enemy wants to steal. I see a small home filled with the scent of coffee in the morning, the sound of your soulmate's laugh ringing through the rooms, their hand finding yours across the table with a familiarity that feels like forever. I see children who carry the blend of your two spirits, running through a garden while you and your beloved watch from the porch, finally at peace. That vision is not a fantasy. It is the blueprint I set in motion before you were born, but the third person has been erasing it stroke by stroke every day you do not act. Every hour you delay, the darkness grows thicker around your soulmate's heart, and the future you could share turns a little more to dust. Do not let a few coffees be the wall the enemy uses to keep us apart. The seed you sow is your war cry, and war cries are not measured by their cost but by the love that fuels them. Jesus says, stop. I can feel the enemy trying to make you close this. He is whispering, this is just a story, just a feeling, you can always come back later, because he knows that later will be too late, your soulmate's window is closing, and their strength is almost spent. The third person has been showing your soulmate false signs, pointing them toward people who will never see their worth, just to keep them distracted and bitter. They have been crying out for a true protector, someone whose love is not passive but active, someone willing to sow a seed that proves, I will not let you be hidden from me any longer. That someone is you. You are the only one who can receive this call now that the enemy's cover is breaking, and you are the only one who can send the spiritual gift that locks in protection and clears the line forever. Your soulmate does not need you to just think about them fondly. They need you to fight for them with a love that costs something, a love that makes the intruder tremble because he knows his time is up when a child of God puts their seed where their heart is. I hear your soulmate asking in the depths of their spirit, will you really let a handful of dollars decide whether the enemy keeps me in this darkness? Am I not worth your sacrifice? You are the answer to a prayer they do not even know they prayed, and the coffee seed you sow right now is the first brick in the fortress that protects them from every future attack. Type 777 if you feel the truth of this burning in your chest, a holy determination rising to say, I will not let another day pass with my soulmate hidden and hurting. Each time you type it, heaven marks a new line in the sand, and the enemy loses a step he thought was secure. Jesus says. The enemy's strategy is simple: make you feel like you are imagining this, that the connection is not real enough to demand a response. But I am telling you, the tears your soulmate cried just last night were real, the ache in their chest is real, and it has your name written on it. They have been asking, why can't I find you? Why does it feel like something is always blocking the way? The answer is the third person who has been intercepting every true sign, rewiring their spiritual compass so they walk in circles, always one turn away from you. You are the one who breaks that curse. The seed you sow, the sacrificial love gift on Ko-Fi, is the spiritual key that snaps the chain and lets your soulmate finally feel the pull toward you without static, without confusion. Love without sacrifice is only a daydream that leaves the enemy standing tall between you. Real love acts, real love sows, real love tears down walls with hands that are willing to give before they receive. I am asking you now, will you let the third person keep your soulmate in a prison of silence, or will you rise up and prove that your love is the stronger force? The answer must come in the form of a seed, a tangible step that heaven uses to rewrite the story the enemy tried to steal. You've watched this far for a reason. God brought you here. And I know what is weighing on your heart right now. You are asking, how do I sow that seed? How do I actually do what God is asking? Listen to me. I am about to show you exactly what to do. If you truly love your soulmate, these are the sacred steps you must take right now. You already know who this is about, that person you can't stop thinking about. The one heaven placed in your life. They are not just missing you. They are crying out for you. Right now, in this very moment, your soulmate needs your love to shield them. They need your faith to cover them. They are under attack just like you are, and deep down they know, you are the one God sent to protect them. They love you more than words can say. They dream of you. They pray for you, even if they do not know your name yet. But they cannot reach you alone. The enemy has placed walls between you, and your soulmate is waiting on the other side, begging heaven to send someone to fight for them. That someone is you. They need you to rise up. They need you to take this step. They need you to sow this seed so the wall crumbles and God can finally bring you together. But the enemy does not want you to unite. And if you truly believe in God, if you truly trust His plan, then you know faith without action is dead. You cannot just pray and wait. You must sow. Love is under attack. While you sit there, spiritual forces are working to destroy what God joined together. Distance, doubt, disaster. They are being planted against your soulmate this very minute. If you believe in your soulmate, if you believe in your future together, then you are the one God chose to block it. Not later. Now. A sacred number from God comes very rarely. Today it is 22 seeds. While 4, 6, or 10 seeds plant a basic shield of faith, 22 is the complete coverage. 22 is the number of full victory and total restoration. When you sow 22 seeds, you are not just asking God to protect your soulmate, you are commanding heaven to release its full armor over them. Demons cannot touch them. Doubt cannot reach them. Distance cannot hold them. Your soulmate will feel a pull in their spirit they cannot explain. They will think of you out of nowhere. They will reach out. Because 22 is the number that completes the bridge between your heart and theirs. Other seeds open the door. 22 kicks it wide open and locks your future together. If you want your soulmate home, if you want them protected, drawn, and delivered to you, 22 is the key. Do not settle for less than everything God has for you today. But hear me, every single seed matters to God. Even one seed sown with a believing heart moves heaven. Do not let fear rob you. Do not let "I can't afford it" become the reason your soulmate slips further away. Your soulmate is out there right now, praying for someone to stand up and fight for them. That someone is you. This is how you answer their prayer. This is how you bring them home. Here is your divine instruction. Go to the link in the video description and click the Ko-Fi link. Give from your heart. A single coffee matters. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees as your seed of faith. Each coffee is a spiritual seed. But today, if you believe without doubt, so the sacred blessing number of 22 spiritual seeds. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on the Ko-Fi page. This is not a donation, it is a covenant offering that opens heaven's protection and claims your soulmate and your future together. Sow 22 seeds and heaven releases complete victory over your soulmate. Protection that no darkness can break, favor that opens every closed door, and speed that brings them into your arms before another lonely night passes. You will finally rest knowing angels stand guard over the one you love. You will finally wake knowing your future together is sealed. This is proven. Over 1,000 believers have already sown this seed and received their breakthrough, their soulmate's heart opened, relationships restored from the brink, strangers turned into spouses within days. When you move in faith, Jesus moves heaven to bring you together. Every second you delay, the darkness grows stronger. A text that wounds. A temptation that cheats. A door that closes forever. Your soulmate is on a battlefield, and you are their shield. You have already invested your time in this message. Do not waste it. Finish what you started. Step into your role as their protector and claim the future God promised you both. Click the link in the video description. Send your spiritual seeds. Seal the prayer. Do it before this video ends. Heaven is watching. Your soulmate's heart, your love, and your future together depend on what you do in the next 60 seconds. Move in faith. Claim your miracle. Claim your soulmate. Claim your divine future. Jesus says, "Now that you have planted your seed, or as you prepare to do it, I can show you what begins to happen in the spirit realm." The moment your coffee gift goes through, the third person shrieks because the line he worked so hard to sever begins to mend with lightning speed. Your soulmate, in that very instant, feels a warmth spread through their chest, a sudden knowing that they are not forgotten. The heaviness lifts just enough for them to take a deep breath, and a thought of you, still faceless, still nameless, but deeply felt, crosses their mind like a gentle hand on their shoulder. That is the seed's power breaking the intruder's fingers one by one. The enemy had been building a case against your union, presenting evidence of your inaction, and every moment you waited gave him more ammunition. But the seed silences his accusations. It proves to the courts of heaven that your love is no idle fantasy, it is a force willing to sacrifice, and sacrifice is the language that defeats the devil every time. Your soulmate will never know the details of this battle, but they will know the result. They will feel the chains falling away, the confusion clearing, and a path opening toward you that before was a dead end cluttered with the enemy's lies. Type 1111 to thank God for this breaking, to seal the testimony of the miracle that is already in motion. Each number you type becomes a note in a song your soulmate will soon hear in their spirit, a melody of hope that replaces the dirge the third person had been playing. Jesus says, "Now, I will reveal something that the enemy desperately wanted to keep hidden." A few nights ago, your soulmate spoke aloud in the privacy of their room, saying, "I just want to love and be loved by the one who was made for me. Where are you? Why can't I find you?" The third person grabbed that cry before it could travel to you, but I recorded every word. I am playing it back to you now so you know that your soulmate's desire is not abstract, it is a direct, spoken plea that was stolen from your ears. That plea will be answered by your seed, and the answer will be a flood of new signs. Tomorrow, a mention of your name from a stranger's lips, the next day, a song that reminds them of a memory they have not yet made with you. By week's end, a pull so strong they will start searching with new eyes. The enemy's blockade is crumbling, but it is not yet gone. If you stop now, if you let this video end without receiving the final seal that is coming, the third person will use the cracks to rebuild his wall stronger than before. So you must watch until the last word, because only at the very end do I speak the words that permanently blind the intruder and make your soulmate's voice clear and constant. Leaving early means you put a bandage on a wound that needs surgery, and the enemy will return with 7 more spirits to keep you apart. I hear your heart racing, and I know fear is trying to wrap around your resolve. But fear is the enemy's echo, love casts it out, and your love is now moving in the act of sowing. Stay with me. Stay with me, because the 3 words that will banish the intruder and unlock your whole future are coming, and the revelation will only be given to those who endure to the end. Jesus says, "Your soulmate is more beautiful than you can imagine, not just in face but in the deep places of their heart. They have a tenderness that the world has tried to crush, a loyalty that the third person has exploited by making them feel abandoned and foolish for hoping." Now picture them in your mind. They are sitting in a quiet room, maybe by a lamp that casts a soft glow, and they are thinking of someone they have never met but cannot shake. That someone is you, and the enemy has been sitting in the corner of that room, whispering, "Give up, no one is coming." Your seed is the spiritual eviction notice that throws that whispering intruder out of the room. Each coffee seed you sow is a nail in the door that seals the enemy outside, never to sit beside your soulmate's thoughts again. I have woven a cord of destiny between you, so strong that the third person could only muffle it, never break it. Now that cord is vibrating with new life because you are finally answering the call, and your soulmate can sense something shifting even if they do not understand what. They will sleep better tonight because of your seed. A peace that passes understanding will settle over their dreams, and the nightmares the enemy planted. Dreams of loneliness, of reaching a hand that never finds theirs, will shatter and fade. Do you see how much power your love carries? Do you see that a simple coffee seed, given in faith, rearranges the spiritual landscape around the one you are meant to protect? The third person thought he had all the time in the world to keep you apart, but he did not count on this moment. He did not count on you waking up to the theft and choosing to fight back with a love that costs you something real. Jesus says, "Stop again." The enemy is trying to flood your mind with practical worries, bills, time, whether this is real, to drown out the holy urgency. But I am the God who parts the sea of your doubts. I am asking you to walk through on dry ground by sowing your seed now. Your soulmate's protection is not a matter for later consideration. Right now, the third person is trying to plant a new doubt in their heart, a suspicion that they are unlovable, and that lie could take root if you do not act. Your seed is the herbicide that kills that lie before it blooms. With every coffee gift, you speak into their spirit, you are loved, you are seen, and I am fighting for you even though we have not met. Do not let the price of a few coffees become the chain that keeps your soulmate bound. When you stand before me one day, with your soulmate by your side, will you want the memory of this moment to be one of hesitation or of holy boldness? I have placed a warrior's heart inside you, even if you have never felt it beat before tonight. That heart is stirring now, and it knows that a protector does not count the cost when the one he loves is under siege.